During the scrutiny, Transport Scotland came in for some criticism in terms of the attendance at times to give evidence, but also late and incomplete information being received from Transport Scotland with little explanation as to why that is. And that led the committee to, and I'm quoting, question the level of respect and regard for accountability and parliamentary scrutiny, unquote. Now, it also issued important evidence to the committee on the day after the report was agreed, meaning it couldn't be used to better inform the report's conclusions. Does that show evidence of respect and regard for parliamentary scrutiny?
So I took that part of your report very seriously to look at what had happened, and so I kind of, again, in my sort of detailed examination of the process, and also asked what happened. I've also made it quite clear that I always expect, and I'm sure across government we must expect, that there's cooperation when required and attendance. I think it seems to be that the situation boils down to one absence at a request, and that was for the then, I think it was the interim Director General, who had already, I think at some point, his evidence has already been referred to, so he had appeared before the committee. So I understand my reading of it, and the explanation is that there was, you had two previous interim chief executives appear, and also other senior officials, and I think Chris had appeared before you as well. You had one session that was very long and extensive, and you decided to have a second one, and it was at the point that then I'm trying to remember what title he would have been at the time, the interim Director General, couldn't come to that second meeting that you'd requested, but said that you could come to another one, or tried to get alternative dates. So that's one instance. So you refer to some. I'm not sure if there's any other instances where an official didn't appear. That was one instance, and that was the explanation. On the issue of the not providing complete information, I think we've already actually, I think with Sharon Dowie's questioning, addressed there were two issues. There was the letter exchange between the former Transport Minister and the regional MSP, and the identification that there was a paragraph for formatting that had been left off. That's an admin mistake that shouldn't have happened, and the apology was given. And also that the press lines, or the draft press lines, that was subsequently found through another route and was supplied. Obviously, I can understand the committee's point of view is that if it arrived the day after you finalised your report, but Transport Scotland wouldn't have known the date that you were finalising your report, and as soon as it was found, I accept the explanation that was sent to you. So those are the instances. I don't know if there are any other instances, and that's seen as the kind of a generalisation that it was a number of officials not appearing, or far more pieces of information than those that have been identified and referred to. But that's my understanding of it. And I think that, however regrettable it was, and apologies were given, I don't think it was in any means a way of obfuscation or anything like that. And I certainly, as Minister, would not expect that from any official at any point. And I respect the officials didn't do that at the time.